Okay, so I was going to make my daughter's friends all like a hanging flower for their car for their graduation gift. Well, flowers are pretty tricky. And I've only been crocheting like a year and a half. So, yeah, you should see some of the flowers I have come up with. Well, there is this freaking site. I got to put it out there. I got to tell you what it is. Well, I will in a minute. But you can order the pattern and there's a lot of free ones on there, or they'll make you the damn bouquet. They'll make it for you. And they're freaking expensive. They're like 80 bucks. I'm just doing one flower right now. We'll see if I can get a whole bouquet made. But anyway, it has see, at first the little flowers look like this, the petals, and then you put wire in it. Isn't that cool? Just that thin flower wire. And I think what should happen is all you guys getting married. Wouldn't it be better to have a bouquet that's not going to get old? And the person who catches it will get to keep it forever. Like, that's the best idea. So let's do it, okay? Message me. If I forget to put it on there, message me and ask me if you're wanting to know what site it is that does that, or let me know and I'll see if I can make one. I'll think I could do it cheaper than her. But I don't know, I'm a pretty damn slow crocheter. And I'm really more into bigger, the chunkier yarn. But I'm learning. Guys, Michaels has the Christmas crochet kits, 70% off. So this week, my podcast is going to be about relationships again. Why? Because when I'm doing my lives on TikTok, most 90% of the questions that people ask me are about relationships, the relationship that they're in, and if someone says cheating or whatever. So I feel like people do need help processing emotions in relation to relationships. Therefore, I'm going to touch on that topic again this week and hope that someone will try to release some of these emotions to make them feel better. Because I am making it way affordable for everyone. If you do go to my website, it's helperbydesign.com, and you can see on there those packages. And then if you just subscribe, that's way cheap, and you get 10 free emotions released a week. Right now, it's a week until I get too busy. And then the people that are already in will still get them a week, but the others will get them 10 a month. It's still really good. It's because an emotion code session is actually supposed to be 60 bucks is what they recommend we charge. Look at my phone. Ooh. Guys, I got one of those tappers. Got us. So okay, so a lot of the things that release and trapped emotions can help. Let's see where I'm at. Single. Okay, half double. Okay. Um, okay, for one thing, you can do it on animals, you can do it on kids, you can do it on adults. You can do it on anyone. I need a smaller hook right now. Here's my little bag. Okay, so it can help mentally, like with mental issues, like emotional issues, feeling sad, lost, confused, and I feel that way a lot. So I do the emotion code on me, not as much as I should, but I am getting better at making myself do it because it doesn't take long. Literally, since I'm not trying to find out who passed me the emotions, anything like that, I'm just getting rid of them. Then my sessions on myself are very, very short. You find it on the chart and then you release it. Now, on you guys, like if someone were to pay for an emotion code session, it could be closer to 30 minutes because we could ask, like, say we found anxiety, depression, or whatever. We found one of the emotions was inherited, like someone passed it to you. Well, then we can choose to ask the universe, your higher self, if this was passed from the mom's side, the dad's side, and then go further from that. You could say, okay, was it passed directly from my dad? No. Okay, from my dad's dad? No. From my dad's mom? Yes. So literally, you just go down the chart and ask. You can find exactly who it passed from, and then on from that, you could say, okay, was this passed when I was 10? Was I 12? Was it younger than 20? Like all the questions. That's what, because you're taking more time doing that. That's why individual sessions do cost a little bit more, but we're taking more time to find all those questions and answers. That's what that's all about. But you could choose to not. I know I messed up on this one a little bit. I'm kind of thinking I should go back since it's not too far down. But you could choose not to get all the details and you just want a quick session. I should put that on my website. So if you just want a quick session, you don't need all the details. You just want to feel better. That's it. That's all. Well, then that's when you could just say, I just want to feel better. Okay. And then we would just get rid of them. Well, we would find them and then get rid of them. So I do these. You can ethically. So, okay. The Emotion Code book is on YouTube for free. You can read it for free. Now, I like having the physical book because I like to highlight and mark and all kinds of stuff and go back and review. And so you can ethically do the emotion code, release trapped emotions from your children, your own children, if you have custody of them, ethically. Now, if they're 18, then you need their permission, or else it is not ethical to do any type of energy work on anybody. If it's not on you or someone that you do have medical rights to. Does that make sense? That's why I can't, like, if let's say your boyfriend isn't being nice and you want to get rid of those trapped emotions from him. Well, you can't because it's unethical because you don't have his permission. Once we have his permission, then yeah, we could release the trapped emotions. And it's amazing how much better people get along without those trapped emotions holding them back. What the hell is going on? Oh, I see. Yeah. Trapped emotions they hold people back. Literally. You can't receive love as well. You can't give love as well. It's crazy. What is this? I think that goes there. Nope. Why is this split? Oh. And there are so many testimonials of people that it just changed their life. I'll tell you a story about my nephew. His mom just walked out on my brother and the whole family. Just said, nah, I don't think I really want to be a mom anymore, and left. Okay, that's just gonna have to stay like that. And so I had been doing. I don't know if I want to do that. Okay, so I had been doing emotion code, and he's a very sweet little boy. And guys, just a minute. I had screwed up earlier. That's what's causing all this issue right here. We're just gonna have to go on. Anyway, but whenever the mom had decided to take him and the sister after months of hardly any interaction to go out of town, he came back a little different and not. He was talking kind of ugly to his dad, and I decided to do an emotion code session on him. And I was actually live doing it live, and he had just got through talking ugly, and then I did the session, and literally, I kid you not, this little boy walks out of the room and or just starts talking nice to the dad, asks, like, hey, do you want to come hang out? Da, 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 da. What? It literally released something immediately. And not everyone does it release immediately. Some people it takes a while, some people don't notice anything. Yeah, that's just gonna have to stay that way. Okay, I'm too hot. I gotta take this sweater off. Okay, so some people you notice a change immediately. I know I feel lighter a lot of times um, after a session, and some people don't. So, you never know, but it's worth a shot. If you aren't getting along with your significant other, your kids, or anyone, chances are you have a heart wall. And I don't know if you guys have ever tried the sway test, but you could literally, you stand up, feet just straight, legs straight, and you say, like, my name's Jamie. So I'd say, my name is Jamie, and then you'd sway forward because that's a true statement. And then if I say my name is John, I would sway back because that's not my name. It's like your body knows what's true and what's not. So you could say, do I have a heart wall? Always make sure you say, I want to talk to my higher self. Anyway, do I have a heart wall? And then if you do have a heart wall, you'll sway forward. If you don't, you'll sway back because you go towards things that are positive that you want, and you go what your body goes things that are something that's not good for you that you don't want. So, or that's a false statement. It is amazing what Bradley Nelson discovered, and this was in the 90s when we didn't have the measurable machines and things as much like we do today. Like, it's a measure. You can measure the energy before in the organ, before or fascia or wherever it's at, before the emotion release and after, and it's a measurable difference. So it is proven, like you can prove it, which is fascinating to me. I have a cat that was found on the street, close to not being here anymore. and I did some sessions. Well, I played some music from YouTube, like healing music, healing sounds. And then I also released some trapped emotions from this baby. And she's doing a lot better, but she does still need those biscuits. So I need to do more, need the biscuits. Skunk, I mean, not skunk, there is a squirrel going crazy out there. And so I do about once a month continue to do that on her. And then my other orange cat is so damn needy. I decided to do it on him the other day because something's going on. Something, because he's so jealous. He's so jealous of this other one. But they're best friends. They clean each other, everything. I did a thing. I got tired of being sick and tired. And I needed extra money. I got tired of not having money to give to my daughter to go do fun stuff. She has a job and she has to pay for everything she does pretty much. And I don't like that. I want to be able to spoil her a little bit because she deserves it. She's badass. And so I did. I bought the Boss Suite. The Boss Suite. It is from Madison. Don't remember her last name, but anyway, Madison made it. And you can go to my website if you want to see what I'm talking about. But it is crazy the different ways you can make money online. Literally, my plan is to stop doing 9 to 5 and wait, what am I doing here? Oh yeah, stop doing 9 to 5 and work from home. Living the dream. That's what it is. And so I decided to just go ahead and buy it. Yeah, it was pricey, but I did it on Sezzle, so I didn't have to really pay anything out of pocket because it's through Sezzle and I just make payments on it. And I've been digging through those modules. There's I think 15 sources of income on that. And guys, have you ever heard of letter writing? Yeah, well, if you're thinking about letter writing back in the 90s, well, it's not that. That's that's what I thought. They'll be writing letters. I was like, how can you make money by writing letters to people? Well, you're writing with your hand, but you're not writing like Dear Aunt Flo. You're not doing that. You're only writing a couple of sentences to these certain companies, and these certain companies send you money. Send you money. And anyway, there's a whole module about letter writing, a whole module about affiliate marketing, a whole module about Amazon affiliate, a whole module on TikTok lives, TikTok in general, Facebook modules. You name it, pretty much, it teaches you how to do it. And it's like how to make money online for dummies. That's what it should be called. Because she walks you through step by step. And then on the shit that's kind of tricky, she prints it out for you, gives you checkoff sheets. And there's AI sections, how to make your own AI. The list goes on and on. I've been diving into that one because that's what's all coming to. You got to learn what to put in them, how to program them. And I'm there. I'm there for it. Yeah. And so it gives you also a list of companies to apply to do ads for, basically, I guess you'd call it. And I applied and got an answer back, like I think the next day by two of them. One I decided I didn't really, it just wasn't for me. And the other one, I'm still jumping through the hoops. They want certain things a certain way. They're particular. And okay, I might jump through the hoop one more time. It's like they want it, you got to make videos and they want it to be like, okay, cut to this, cut to this, cut to this in this order for this long. Okay, whatever. I think it's damn stupid, but I'll do it if you're going to give me money for it. Tells you how to set up a website, funneling, email funneling. It tells you all that. I mean, it's crazy. At first, I wasn't pushing it because I don't like to push stuff that I'm not really at the boss suite. I don't like to push things that I'm not like that I don't know about. If I don't think that I'm going to use it, I don't push other people to buy it and use it for the most part. Now, I do have some TikTok videos of me promoting stuff, but if I was promoting it and then I found out that it was actually not that great, like that pink tripod that I got, at first I thought it was awesome because it has a remote and everything, which I've lost the remote. But then I found out that the part that holds the phone, it just kind of lost its tightness. And so I feel like it's not that great of a buy because that was only like in a month it lost it. It just goes boom. And so I went back and said, I don't recommend this actually anymore. But okay, back to this. So Boss Suite, I was not pushing it as much because I didn't know enough about it. So I was just sitting there learning the modules. What the hell am I supposed to do next? Okay. And then I realized that oh shit, I wasn't putting that in there. The damn wire. But then once I started learning it and realizing how much of a game changer it is and how much stuff I learned in such a little time, then I was like all about it. I was like, yeah, okay, this I can push this because I believe in it. And another thing that was a game changer on that is this girl, the person I bought it from, uh, she gave me her cell phone number. And anytime, so I was just like, well, first, I almost had buyer's remorse because I was like, what did I do? I just spent all this money that I don't have. What am I doing? Well, then I let her know I was having maybe a little buyer's remorse. And she's like, well, it's only been a day. And then she got to talking to me and she was just right by like basically holding my hand the whole way if I needed it until I got okay, confident enough not having her right there. And she gets right back with me. And then if she didn't know the answer, through the whole damn community on that thing that's school SKOOL, that's where the boss suite is. And there's a whole damn community. So even if your person, like if you bought it from me and I couldn't get back with you or whatever, just go to the community and put it in the chat. And I swear there's so many people on there that will answer you right away and tell you what to do or how to do it or whatever. You're not going to be left high and dry with Boss Suite. I can promise you that. Promise you that. Even if you don't buy it from me and you buy it from someone else and they end up being a shitty person and not helping you, which I doubt that. But if it happened, you got the whole community there that will back you up and help you. You even get a one-on-one discovery call when you first join. And what was I going to say? Oh, and they have a whole section of digital items already made you can put on your damn website to sell. Yes, they get a part of that because obviously you didn't make it, but you're still making money. Still making money, honey. So that's my spiel on the Boss Suite. I just wish I could make money crocheting all day. It just makes my heart happy. That's why I just thought I'd go live, crochet live, because why not? That's what I want to be doing. But I am about to redo that video that I said I had to jump through some hoops, do some stuff. I don't know if I'm going to do it. Yeah, I'm going to do it. But it's stupid. It's stupid. Stupid is, stupid does. So, does anybody have a limiting belief that they wish that they could get rid of? Okay, there's that. And then I would also really would like to know this. Are there any cultural norms, social norms, cultural norms, whatever you want to call them, that were always expected of people in the past and maybe still today, but that you just really don't want to follow? It could be like, say you got pregnant and your family thinks that you should marry that person. That used to be actually a social norm, and it still kind of is in some families. Is that something that you would want to keep doing in your life with your kids and with you? Or have you decided to shed that belief and say, you know what? Maybe the happiness of that person is more important than following what people did decades for decades. What's another one? So we got the marriage thing. Oh, I know in my family, I felt that it was expected of me to go to college so that I can make good money and have a good job. And that's just how it was back then. I don't think it was just my family. I do think that's just the way it was. And I didn't know any different. I really didn't know anything else to do besides go to college. Like, what was I supposed to do? Go work the pipeline? No thanks. And so, okay, going to college. So nowadays, people do know that they could just go get a trade or freaking make it big on internet, sell some stuff, whatever. There's other ways you don't have to do college. I think that's pretty well established by now. What else is one? A cultural norm that isn't as important these days. Okay, that's a good one. I do too. I think that kids should be able to make more decisions than they used to be able to, because they're going to have to make decisions when they leave home. So I do think it's important to let them practice making decisions while they're in your house so that you're there to support them if they do fall. So maybe making bigger decisions at a younger age and definitely letting them suffer the consequences of the decision or reap the rewards. I feel like it is important that kids learn that about their soul and we're made of energy and all that stuff. I don't think my parents, they didn't know about it. And so obviously I wasn't taught it because they weren't taught it. Like, that's just the way it goes. And there wasn't no internet to be looking into stuff. And it's hilarious. The little town I was brought up in New Mexico, they didn't even let MTV in our town. So when we would go to on vacation, like let's say Ruidosa, first thing, put on MTV. My parents let us watch it. So if you want to get on my email list, message me, let me know your email. I do have my podcast. The newsletter went out today. Podcast number 7. Yeah, so the newsletter went out today, podcast for 7. And then the actual podcast number 7, it'll be posted on Subchat Friday. And it's basically talking about energy and the things I'm learning. I am not a specialist by any means. I'm just now learning. I'm digging myself out of a hole. Not like a financial hole, but like a mentally down hole. About 2 years ago, I ended. I didn't end it, but a relationship of 5 years. I was engaged to someone for 5 years, and it was pretty tough. And I was still in turmoil over the ending of the relationship because my mind was so messed up. And I don't think that people realize that enduring a long, drawn out relationship where you had to deal with even sly remarks or someone not giving you credit for how amazing you are, how that's kind of a form of trauma, and how we do trap emotions in relation to that. It's not talked about enough. We got to talk about it. That's what I'm doing. I'm digging up information and I'm learning how to process these emotions, get past all that nonsense, and get back to where God designed us to be. I do feel His pull. I feel like He is pulling me to put this information out in a way that will reach people that otherwise probably wouldn't just go looking for it. So Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I do go live on TikTok at 6:30 Central Time. It starts out with me talking about testimonials and things about emotion code, and I sprinkle in a little boss code with it too. But it turns out mostly being questions and answers, and that's okay. I'm reaching people. I'm still getting to talk to them. And I'm just hoping that maybe one day when they do decide that they're ready for relief, that they say, I think I'm going to get a hold of that girl, Jamie Marie from Helper by Design. I kind of like that. I kind of like her. So that's it. I'm just a girl, a woman, I guess. I'm 47, but it sounds weird still. See, I don't know. I don't guess we ever really grow up, do we? I hope you guys have a good evening, a good day. I'm sending love and light.